Hello and welcome back to WePC. Sennheiser is one of the biggest names in the audio game, providing everything from competitive gaming headsets to audio amplifiers and everything in between. Today, however, we'll be looking at the former one of Sennheiser's flagship gaming headsets, the GSP 600. Today we'll be putting the GSP 600 headset through its paces to see how it stacks up in build quality, audio performance, microphone clarity, and everything else that affects a headset. So with all that in mind, let's waste no further time and dive in. Like every headset within the GSP range, the first thing you'll notice when unboxing this headset is how bulky it looks. The ear cups are pretty much identical to those other headsets in the range, boasting a large oval shape and some cool aesthetic features. The GSP 600 has a fairly dark colour theme, and that is nicely accentuated by the splashes of silver and red found alongside the ear cups. Speaking of the ear cups, the insides have been laid with a cool leatherette padding to keep your ears cool, even in the most intense battle scenarios. The headband is fairly bulky in design, and it offers some cool features that allow you to alter the tension of the headset and what that puts onto your head. It provides adequate support and is nicely positioned to cushion underneath. Sennheiser branding can be found on both ear cups across the headband itself, ensuring that everyone knows exactly what headset you're wearing. Now moving on to build quality, and thankfully the GSP 600 has not disappointed. While the headset is predominantly constructed using plastic, it isn't quite as alarming as it sounds. The plastic is of the highest quality and is reinforced by steel in the more vulnerable areas. The general feel of this headset is very promising, providing very good durability when put through our extreme robustness tests. We bent, twisted, and generally pulled at the headset like it was a bop it, trying to find some weaknesses in the design, but to no avail. We were quite impressed, if truth be told, but then again, at this price range, would you expect anything less? The headband is designed using thick plastic with steel reinforcement at its center. Whilst the ear cups can't be removed and cleaned, the leatherette used on the padding feels quite robust and should be good for at least a few years. The microphone feels extremely sturdy and is comprised of a thick, rubberized material that only offers marginal movement, if truth be told, but the swivel to mute system in this headset feels well engineered and provides smooth, seamless rotation that is neither stiff nor slack. Overall, the build quality of the headset is extremely good, with high quality materials used throughout. You put good money on this thing, outlasting a lot of the market's leading alternative. Being completely honest, however, comfort is where it gets a little bit wobbly for the GSP 600. Firstly, I can safely say the ear cups offer fantastic comfort. Soft cushioning used in the ear cups is a bit of a lifesaver in this headset, pairing nicely with the cooling leatherette pads to provide a very comfortable seating position. The adjustable headband allows you to alter the size of your headset to suit your exact needs. It has a decent amount of adjustability available too. The cushion on the underside of the headband once again feels very nice and takes a lot of the stress off the top of your head. Fortunately, that's where most of the positives end. Sennheiser has labelled the GSP 600 as a professional gaming headset. Means they must have considered the prospect of long gaming sessions when wearing this. Meaning they must have considered the prospect of long gaming sessions while wearing it. That being said, I can't quite understand why they've designed the headband to have such a high pressure tension. I mean, this thing really clamps down on your head, and I have a small, thin head. I wore the headset for about 5 hours on the first day, and it's safe to say I was not enjoying how tight it felt. Now the design and build quality are out of the way, it's time to take a closer look at how this headset performs in real world situations. Ultimately, the audio performance of a headset should be its #1 selling tool, regardless of comfort and features. And that being said, at over $300, it'll be very interesting to see what this headset brings to the table, especially considering the fact it already falls short in comfort. Like always, to kickstart the performance section of the review, I decided to fire up some of my favorite music to see how it sounded. I started off proceedings by listening to some bassy electronic, and it's safe to say I was not disappointed with what I heard straight off the bat. Considering this headset does not require software to run, I was very impressed with how well rounded the sound actually was. And the bass sounded powerful, but it wasn't too overpowering. The highs seemed crisp and trance melodies cut through the mix nicely. Next up, I decided to load up some games. I started with my go-to game, Counter-Strike Global Offense, or CSGO. Loaded up Deathmatch to warm up straight away, and I could tell the headset was going to be great for gaming. Comparing this to the last headset that I tested, the Cloud Stingers, the GSP 600 had much better spatial awareness, and I could easily pick out footsteps and gunfire even on a packed server. The bass, which was fairly prominent in music, was equally as impressive in the game. It gave AWP shots and exploding nades a boomy characteristic that adds realism and immersion to the overall gaming experience. The microphone, I was expecting good things, especially when most other headsets in this family offer such great performance. Having said that, I was a little bit disappointed, even more so thanks to Sennheiser's marketing as it being broadcast quality. Now, I'm not saying the microphone on this thing is terrible, because it really isn't, but saying something is broadcast quality is a big claim when it comes to microphones. The first thing my teammates mentioned when I entered Discord was just how loud it sounded. I had previously been using the Sennheiser GSP 670s for a wireless article, and they said the difference between the two was fairly obvious. Now, after tweaking some of the settings, we did actually manage to get the microphone sounding pretty good. All being said, for my personal needs, someone who plays competitive FPS at an okay level, the microphone was perfectly fine. Unlike some other headsets in the range, the GSP 600 isn't feature-packed. Sennheiser has decided to focus on the important factors that make a headset great instead of the more gimmicky features such as surround sound and RGB. That being said, the features this headset does come equipped with do actually serve a purpose, not only making it a more functional, but increasing user experience as well. Seeing as though this is an analog headset, you'd be far from surprised to hear that it offers multiple platform compatibility. Inside the box, users get two cables to choose from, a split for PC and a single audio input for Xbox, PS4, laptop, Switch, whatever else you're using it on, and it has a fantastic audio output. While this isn't a feature as such, it is worth pointing out because it really does make a difference, especially when playing competitive titles. So there you have it, our comprehensive guide to the impressive Sennheiser GSP 600 gaming headset, and the big question left to answer is whether or not it's worth its $300 price tag. Well, it's a tough one really. I do genuinely enjoy the Sennheiser brand and feel they have some of the best headsets in the game. However, thanks to the comfort issue and the limited feature list, it might be hard to recommend at its current pricing. So bottom line is this: if you're the sort of person that wants a wired headset, multiple platform connectivity, and provide the highest level of audio output, this could be what you're looking for. However, keep in mind that for the price, there are a lot of other alternatives in today's market, which could showcase a little bit better value for money. Thanks for watching. As always, links to the product will be in the description below. If you like what you see, I'm not just talking about me, why not consider subscribing to WePC?